Welcome to De-Risk, a podcast where we provide a no-nonsense analysis of stocks. Today, we're diving deep into Snap Inc., ticker SNAP. And based on our research captured on September 4th, 2025, the big question we're tackling is, well, is Snap a comeback story? Or is it maybe just a ghost? Okay, so let's unpack this. Maybe start with the big picture, the macro environment. Because the market is definitely waking up with some jitters today. Pre-market futures are slightly positive, yeah, but you look at the headlines. Warnings of a stall state for the U.S. economy, Moody's, UBS. They're talking recession risk as high as, what, 93%?
Yeah, that's a pretty stark number. And it creates this really volatile, uncertain environment, which is particularly challenging for a company like Snap, isn't it?
How so, exactly?
Well, they rely so heavily on advertising dollars, and when the economy looks shaky, ad budgets, they're often the first things on the chopping block.
Right, so that makes any kind of comeback path pretty tough for them.
Incredibly tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Major headwinds.
Okay, so against that stormy backdrop, let's zoom in on Snap itself. The fundamentals. They seem caught in this classic tug-of-war. On one side, they're launching this new app power pack, trying to lure advertisers back.
They are. It's a proactive step,
Yeah.
trying to boost performance.
Yeah.
But, and this is a big but, there's that securities class action lawsuit that just got filed.
Ah, yes. Alleging they misled investors about their ad platform. That's serious.
Very serious. It casts a long shadow, potentially hitting trust just when they need it most. And you see this reflected on Wall Street, too. The sentiment among analysts, it's really soured.
How so?
Well, get this. 32 out of 43 analysts rated a hold. That's what, almost 75%?
Wow, that's a lot of sitting on the fence.
Exactly. And the strong buy ratings, they've been cut in half. This skepticism really lines up with our own research, actually.
The valuation piece.
Precisely. Our discounted cash flow model, it suggests a fair value around $3 in a two.
$3, but it's trading over $7.
Right. So from our perspective, it looks significantly overvalued. A big disconnect.
Okay, fundamental picture, murky at best. But here's where it gets, really interesting. This sentiment story. The crowd seems totally divided, like a full-blown argument. You look at the options market, wow, extreme optimism. That put-to-call ratio is just 0.16, super low.
Yeah, meaning for every bearish bet, there are like 6 bullish ones.
And they're aiming high, targeting that $15 strike price. Ambitious.
Very ambitious. But if we connect that to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
you've got that extreme optimism clashing directly with a really hefty short interest.
The shorts, how high is it?
It's sitting at 12.96%, so nearly 13% of the available shares are betting against Snap.
13%. Okay, so that definitely makes it a classic battleground stock. Bulls versus bears, head to head.
Exactly. Deep skepticism fighting aggressive hope.
All right, let's layer on the technical story. The chart itself. It feels like a story in 3 acts, doesn't it? First, a sharp fall, then like a sudden stop.
Yep. And now, Act 3 is this tense pause.
Just flat. The long-term trend is still bearish, clearly.
No doubt. But short term, it's just consolidating in this really narrow range.
Yeah.
Holding its breath, like you said.
What about volume? Any clues there?
It's actually contradictory. Some signals show consistent money outflow, institution selling, but other indicators suggest quiet accumulation. Maybe some smart money sneaking in.
Mixed signals. What about momentum?
That's maybe one of the few green shoots, you could say.
Yeah.
Momentum has actually crossed back into bullish territory.
Oh. So the downward push is losing steam.
It indicates that, yes.
Yeah.
The downward force seems to be easing up a bit. But here's the fascinating part. Volatility.
What's happening there?
It's gotten incredibly quiet. The price swings are tiny. It's like a spring coiling tighter and tighter.
Which usually means?
Usually precedes a powerful breakout move, a big jump in price.
Okay, but which way? Up or down?
That's the thing. Absolutely unknown. Very high stakes.
So, putting it all together, what does this mean for you, the listener, today? Our research verdict, based on everything, is a wait-and-see approach. But, and it's important, with a strong bearish tilt.
Yeah, the logic leans that way pretty heavily. You've got that hostile macro environment we talked about.
Right.
You've got the clouded fundamentals, the lawsuit, the overvaluation. Those weigh things down significantly. And, well, yeah, there are some lights. The bullish options, that technical pause.
A pause isn't a reversal, though.
Exactly. A pause is just a pause. It doesn't mean the trend has changed. And the risk, honestly, of that coiled spring snapping downwards seems much greater right now.
Okay, so for someone watching this today, what's the game plan? Key levels to watch.
Definitely. Think of it like lines in the sand. Resistance is hovering around that pre-market high, $7.33.
Okay.
For bulls to get any real traction, They need a confident break above yesterday's high, which was $7.64.
And on the downside, support.
Pre-market low is $7.27. That's the immediate floor. But a break below yesterday's low, $7.20, that could really signal the downtrend is kicking back in.
Got it. Watch those levels closely.
Ultimately, Snap is just a classic battleground stock where, hope is fighting a really tough war against the fundamentals.
That's all for this episode. Remember, this podcast is for informational purposes only and isn't financial advice. Do your own research or consult with qualified financial advisors before making any investments. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next episode.